Okay, so as I've posted in previous videos, I've been on a fast, and purpose of my fast was gut health, to change the way my body feels. Would I like to lose weight? Sure, but is that the goal? No, not at all. Okay, I mean, I suppose that's one of the goals, but it's like a minor goal, and in reality, the goal is because of my knees and hips. It's not about like how hot or sexy I want to look. Because health really matters. And as I've been fasting, I mean, just realizing there's such spiritual parallels between the natural and the physical, and what we put into our bodies and how we take care of our bodies, and that we really can't be deceived. That what we put in, like what you reap, you will sow. Eventually, what you reap, you will pay a consequence, such as the weight gain, diabetes, heart issues, health issues. Like, so many of our issues are directly related to the food we put in. Well, in the same way, so many of our spiritual issues are directly related to the food that we put in, and we don't realize it. So when I was thinking about processing with AC today, I'm like, I don't really have anything. Like, I'm looking at the time, like I'm supposed to like put up a video today, because I've not put one up. And the whole goal of hashtag done over perfect is that I'm doing this consistently, and making sure that I take time to do this, because yes, trying to create consistent habits. Although it'd probably be better if I like always was consistent with the time, unless there was an emergency, right? Probably. See that's greasy hair right there. That's hair that needs to be washed. Hasn't been brushed today either. I know. And I've made it through the whole day like that. Shh. It's okay. But see, as long as I can go put my finger, okay. Sorry. So health. So today I broke my fast, and the reason being, Michael, he just turned 11, and so he wanted me to eat. And I was like, well, it's your birthday, right? I should totally eat. And I'm a little bit bummed because my stomach is like, I mean, and I am fairly healthy. I had very little lasagna. She cooks, like the way she cooks is very healthy. It's totally not unhealthy. I did have a little bit of cake, but it's got like honey, dates. It does not have sugars. Well, unnatural sugar. Yeah, it has all natural sugar. So, yeah. And my tummy hurts. It kind of makes me wonder. I'm tired. It kind of makes me wonder about what's going to happen, like, as I do come off my fast. Like, will I get sloppy in other areas? Like, I haven't been watching, movies and TV and stuff. Like, will I start to, like, let those areas go? Because the spiritual growth that I've been on, oh my goodness, it's just been so good. Like, it's just so good to, like, not take a long time to enter into his presence. It feels so good to, like, have an appetite to read my word, because I honestly don't always have an appetite to read the word of God, and it's really sad, but it makes sense, right? Because it's just like food. If you go to food, if I eat a bunch of sugar, ice cream, and unhealthy food, like, I want to eat food sometimes, healthy food sometimes, but if I've just eaten some junk, it's really hard for me to want to eat the healthy food, and my stomach goes, oh, I'm so unhappy with you, AC. But my tongue's like, ooh. And I mean, I know I posted about this before, but I think that this concept is so real, and that we as people need to realize, like, what we put into our spirit and what we put into our body really matters, and we can't be deceived. Today, when I was talking to Abigail, she mentioned when I took a shot, I took some, not shots, shots of like beet juice and carrot juice. Changes the story when I say beet juice. But anyways, I had it, and it wasn't long before my stomach was really unhappy, and I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, before this, I haven't really put a lot in, so why is my body unhappy? Like, we should not be unhappy, right? Right. I mean, that's how I think. This body doesn't need to be unhappy. I've been treating it good. I just gave it this. And Abigail made the comment, well, maybe you have worms and parasites. I'm not doing the cleanse yet. I'm going to consider it. I don't know if I will put it out there if I do it, because it might be a little bit of a gross one. Yep, sure enough. Because there might be an enema involved. But if I poop out gross stuff, such as bugs that have possibly grown, because I've totally been in foreign countries, then it's worth it, right? Right. Okay, so how would my body, which I've never eaten bugs to my knowledge, well, never mind. I do remember eating ants in the Philippines because I wanted that cereal, and I was like, sorry guys, like, you're in here, this cereal is American cereal, it's valuable, we ain't throwing you out. Totally did that once. So, I mean, I tried to scoop out the ants, but yeah, I might have probably had quite a bit. But point is, how our body oftentimes can take on parasites. I was listening to a natural doctor online, and she said 50% of her patients have parasites in their body, and that's affecting them. But what's crazy is we don't even realize, like, we don't even have a clue that we are hosting bugs, we are hosting parasites. And I was just thinking about how that relates to the spiritual. Is so often we are hosting by what we deposit. Like, we think it's innocent or we think it's fine, and we will deposit something into our soul by what we watch, stuff like that, and there will be a parasite connected, and we don't even realize that it begins to become active in our body. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't done deep research on parasites, but they can cause like the joint pains and the bloated tummies and all kinds of things that people don't have a clue why that thing is bothering them. But it's because they have critters living inside of them. And I just find it super interesting because I think if we're not aware that what we put in, my grandpa used to say a lot, G-I-G-O, and I used to roll my eyes. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, here we go again, G-I-G-O. But the whole thing behind it is garbage in, garbage goes out. And so if I put garbage into myself, garbage is gonna come out of me. So if we put garbage into our souls by what we watch, it's gonna come out of us. Or it's going to stay within us, and it's going to feed, and it's going to affect us, and it's going to want to be fed. That's another thing. Like, the parasites want to be fed. They love sugar. They love things that are not good for them, and they want to be fed. So the things I put into my soul, if I end up with some unhealthy stuff spiritually, it's going to want to be fed, and it's not going to want to be fed by things that will benefit my body. It's going to want to be fed things that will actually not benefit my body. Anyways, there's a whole spiritual thing. And so just, I guess my process as I've begun to eat, my tummy was unhappy and I'm thinking about parasites, is once again, it's that constant, what we put into ourselves matters. Sorry, that's my flesh. That was totally my flesh going like that. Boo. I mean, sometimes I just want to do things. You know, it's like sometimes you just want to binge watch some TV or eat a huge bowl of ice cream and not care and just be comfortable. But that's not what's going to help me be healthy. I got to change my patterns. So processing with AC, I got to learn to change my patterns. But I bet I'll feel better. I mean, I have lost weight, but by no means am I, like, I have no idea how much weight I've lost. I haven't checked my belly. I'm just, you know, wearing cozy, comfy clothes. But the thing about it is it's not about what the outside looks like. It's about, am I healthy? Am I healthy spiritually? Am I healthy physically? What about you? Are you healthy spiritually? Are you healthy physically? Or is it possible that what you're feeding yourself is creating things that sap your soul, that are begging to be fed the wrong things? And in the process, you're just not feeling to be optimally yourself. All right, that's my process.